Alright, welcome back to a new episode of the Guys Book Club in Davos. Like a book club, yeah. And today, guys, we're an extremely special episode because, first of all, every day it's every day, bro. Jack Paul, shout out Jack Paul is going to fight Darren Woodley this weekend, and I hope Jack Paul is going to be in the winner. It's going to be such a legacy fight. Anyway, guys, every day it's a special episode, but today is extremely special episode because today, guys, we're on episode 257. And we get a 257 episode, guys, and you got the opportunity to watch the 257 episode with the Guys Book Club in the World like a book club. It's going to be recorded only once. It's only once in a lifetime. We are going to record this episode, so it's extremely special episode, guys. It's extremely special episode. So, guys, if you're on the channel, welcome, and if you're already familiar with the channel, welcome back. My name is Zach, and I'm the host. And on this podcast, guys, and on this podcast, guys, we're working together on speaking level, reading level, and on our communication skill to stand in front of the camera and to communicate well through the camera. I'm doing so because I truly believe English is the number one tool to teach one of us must acquire in order to be successful in life. And the second tool that is going to help us a lot is to know how to communicate well through the camera. And if you take those two skills and you combine them together, you can create great content for the internet, and you can influence billions of people around the world. So definitely I recommend, extremely recommended to work on those two skills. Just need some space in my head. I'm so professional, you see. Man, I start to grow back. Yeah. Not here, but yeah. Still looking good. AK is still looking good. You can still looking good. So, guys, and I'm aware of the fact that it sometimes might be hard and challenging to speak in English, and especially to stand in front of the camera and to share your struggle to speak in English in front of the whole world. And what I'm doing with this podcast, I'm trying to inspire other people to do the same, just to work on your own English, work on your appearance in front of the camera, and just record your video. And I'm doing so, guys, by giving you my self-example, by giving you self-example, and by sharing with you guys, the ladies and gentlemen, by sharing with you guys my own journey, my own struggles, my own success to be master in English speaking and reading, and on a communicator on camera. And I hope by showing you guys that I'm also struggling, and that there is other people around the world that are also struggling to speak in English and to work on in English and to record the self. And it's okay to start in the beginning. It's okay to start every time. But as long as you keep pushing and you keep improving, you becoming better. 1% per day. 1% per day to make a remarkable advance in during the year, along in the long run. And like we said in the 20 habits, which was extremely special series that we did before this series. And today, guys, you see I got my friend over here behind me. And she said, "Okay, I want to come to your podcast." And I said, of course, you're more than welcome to come to the podcast. So, guys, if you want to say hi to my friend, you can know where you can find her on 3, 2, 1, bam, you can find her on GoodFun. And this is great background upload to GoodFun by Angel123 on July 2016. Long ago, and of course, they like it. And you see, after almost 5 years, it's 5.5 years. And you're also getting content, so you never know who is gonna watch your content. You never know who you're gonna influence with your content. So just put your content in the internet. It's going to stay forever. You see, you're forever going to see me. You're forever going to see my present me. So let's go. Guys, if you want to download the picture, just need to choose the resolution over here. Press download. Right click on the picture, שמירת תמונת בשם בדיבור, or save picture as in English, and type down in comment below I want it in your own language, and all of us will need to guess from where you are, and it's going to be an extremely nice game. Press on it, click on it, choose very well to save it, press save, and kabam, just like that, you will get this great background on the computer. And you see a stamp over here, Maybe one day I will tell you where I put this thumb or what is the point of it. Yeah. Sorry about it. So let's go. Thank you very much, Angel 123, for sharing this very great background with us, and thank you very much for the artist who made this great background for sharing it with us. And today, guys, we'll continue our journey with your next 5 moves. I want to say it's a great book. Yeah, it's really a good book, and it's give me a lot of thoughts. I more connect to Atomic Habits. Atomic Habits is, I think, it's by far my favorite book till now. And since on the episode, but we read a lot of good books, but I think the Atomic Habits was really impacted me. But this Your Next 5 Move by Patrick David, it's also a great book. It's a competition. It's a competition. Yeah, he made a competition with Atomic Habits. Hey guys, if you want to check out this great background, or if you want to check out Atomic Habits, Your Next 5 Moves, and Patrick David social media account, I highly recommend to check them out because so much knowledge you get if you are going to follow Patrick David. You're going to get so much knowledge, almost as you are going to get from this podcast. Because I'm the best podcaster in the world. Go. So guys, if you want to check them out, you got all the link to that in the description below. So make sure to check them out. And guys, if anyone of you have any suggestion for me, I can put myself for the podcast. Or if any one of you want to come to the podcast, be against the podcast, share message the board, expand the board, recommend some books that we should read in the podcast, or just have a great time with me in English because I'm a really nice guy. Please let me know in the comment below so we can arrange it and we can info you. And feel free to share your thought message if you want some nice quote for the episode for me, episode in general, or you have some life lessons you want to share with us, feel free to do it in the comment below. And one last thing, guys, before we jump to the book, and this is going to be extremely special message. If you enjoy the episode, if you enjoy the series, and if you enjoy the journey, please like the video, come to the channel, push the notification bell to get the channel. Extremely exciting episode coming to YouTube, and you know you're going to be 5 extremely exciting episodes per week. So let's go, and we had the 250th special episode, and we're going to have the 260, which is going to close the year, and we had your next 5 moves. Open a series special, and we're going to get so many special episodes coming to you guys, 5 per week. So I recommend to turn that bell on. And of course, share it with your friend, guys. Share this is a podcast with your friend. Our goal is to reach 100 billion people around the world. Now we are on 99.9999.9999. So we need only one more person so we can reach 100 billion with a B, billion people, some billion subscribers. So just recommend to your friends. And guys, it's a really small effort from you guys, and it's really going to impact me and help me. So guys, if you can, please consider to do it. So thank you very much. And guys, before the introduction, let's just dive into the book. Let's just dive right into the book. So, as you know, Atomic Habits. Your Next 5 Moves by Patrick David, page 37 to 40. Read with the myth, the legend, the one and only, the man himself. Give me Mr. John, please. Oh boy, AK, yeah. Let's go. And just to show you, Patrick started with this chart. Concentrated, expanded, ultimate consciousness, omega, alpha. Shame, guilty, apathy, grief, fear, desire, anger, pride, courage, maturity, willingness, acceptance, reason, love, joy, peace, alignment. Remember this, maybe he's going to talk about this. I understand why you might be afraid of self-injury, self-inquiry. It can help to come out of fighting and shine a light on your flaws. All of the hours of introspection I've done have revealed a lot about myself. Some things that were good, some things that were bad, and some things that were terrible. Because I did the hard work of examining myself, I started to accept myself. I also knew that it it was okay to be vulnerable and to share who I was. In doing so, my friend Brian Udell, who runs a good-sized company out of Chicago, recommended the book The Hypnomanic Age, The Link Between, a little craziness and a lot of success in America, by John Gartner. That book helped me see that I wasn't alone in my hypomania. I accepted my madness and I started using it as an advantage instead of as a crutch. It also made me realize that I was wired to go big, to do big things, and my personality would be an asset in building a company. Eventually, I learned to start accepting myself, flaws, and all. Title: Four areas that drive you. When I was selling gym membership at Belly Total Fitness, I worked with a guy named Stuart. Like me, Stuart left to sell insurance. Around the same time, we both started our own insurance agencies. We were having a lunch one day, discussing our goals, and Stuart said, our vision is to be one of the largest insurance agencies in the entire state of California. If I work hard for a few years, the money will be rolling in, and I will be on easy street. I said to Stuart, we are going to have 500,000 licensed agents. The aim. We will be the biggest agency in America. He looked at me. He looked at me as if I were delusional. I looked at him in confusion, wondering how anyone could think so small when the market potential was so big. I was chasing history books. He was chasing a simpler life. Stuart is driven by the idea of having a financial freedom. He makes $500,000 a year and barely has to work. He knew what drove him, and he got it. He probably looks at my life and feels as though he dodged a bullet. Why would he possibly put up with all the stress and endure the 100-hour work weeks and constant pressure when he is driven by financial freedom? Are you seeing where I'm going with this? You have to know what drives you. It's going to be different for everybody. Once I realized what drove me, I didn't need an alarm clock. It's the reason that even though I now have a financial security, I am more motivated than ever. It's why I've endured those 100-hour. It's why I've endured those 100-hour work weeks. It's why the minute I feel the smallest amount of self-pity creeping, I stop and remind myself. This is what you signed up for, Patrick. I start to sound like that all the Toyota commercial. You asked for it, you got it. The interesting thing is that I had stayed at my former position. I could have cost my way to a $5 million a year income. And even when it looked as though I might go bankrupt and insane at the same time, no less, I never once regretted my decision. Why? Because I had taken the time to learn what drives me. Now it's your turn. You can start by breaking down drive into four categories. Advancement, madness, individuality, and purpose. Advancement. Next, promotion. Completing a task, meeting a deadline, reaching a goal as a team. Individuality. Lifestyle, recognition, security. Madness. Opposition, competition, control, power and fame, proving others wrong. The need to avoid embarrassment. Mastery. Desire to be the best, break records. Purpose. History. Helping others. Change, impact, alignment, self-actualization. It's normal to have more than one motivation. It's also normal for your priorities to shift. Take a careful look at the list above and think long and hard about what drives you. Most of the time, it requires some catalyst to examine what motivates you. There are 4 reasons that might trigger you to reassess what drives you. Boredom, declining results, a plateau or stagnancy, a feeling that your talent is declining, a feeling that your talent is declining. If you're feeling any of those, now is the perfect time to dig deeper and determine what you really want. Title: Graduate to your next why. Another way of thinking about drive is by asking, what's my why? When someone asks you this, you may say, I don't really know my why, or I think I'm doing this for my family, or I want to be financially free. Everybody has a why. The challenge is that the majority of people never graduate from their initial why. You may be familiar with the psychologist Abraham Maslow hierarchy of needs. In the 1943 paper, A Theory of Human Motivation, in a psychological review, Maslow described how your needs evolved. If you're facing death, you're not going to be thinking about your purpose. If you are struggling to feed your family, you won't have any bandwidth to think about your legacy. It makes sense. It also makes sense that once you meet your core needs, you naturally move up the pyramid and covet things such as belonging, esteem, and growth. I view the desire for growth as graduating to your next why, and see it as being on 4 levels. Four levels of why. So level 1, survival, is the end of the pyramid. Level 2, status. Level 3, freedom. And the top of the pyramid, level 4, purpose. 4 levels of why. Level 1, survival. Everyone who has a job to make money is focused on paying his or her bills. Some people stop here. Level 2, status. You all hear people say things such as, I want to make 7 figures. Why? Status. They might want to have a nice car or house, or send their kids to a prestige school. They want to be able to talk about having this or that. This is all about keeping up with the Joneses. Status is still lightweight, but it's higher than survival. When most people reach this level, they slow down and settle. Level 3 is freedom. Some people may say, you know what? I'm so sick and tired of 6 figures. I want to be free. I want to make the kind of money that gives me breathing room, where I don't have to be in the office every day. They might want to live in a community where the kids can play outside without them having to worry about them. Or they might want to be a digital nomad so they can surf in the summer and ski in the winter. Freedom as a why is somewhat selfish. There is nothing wrong with wanting freedom, but it may feel empty once you have attained it. Once you have attained it. If that is the case for you and your feeling of contentment turns to frustration, you now have the luxury of going deeper and focusing on aspects of life that will provide you with a true sense of fulfillment. Guys, you know what is the fulfillment? It's level 4. And we're going to explore this tomorrow because you know what? This is the end of the episode. So, guys, thank you very much for joining me. I really appreciate the fact that you choose to invest your time with me. And I hope that you learn something new from the channel because I learned something new from this podcast. And it's always make me think about what I want to achieve in life and how I can improve myself and my purpose. So, guys, thank you very much for joining me. I really appreciate the fact that you choose to invest your time with me. And I hope to see you all tomorrow, guys, for the next episode, the extremely exciting episode of the Guns Book Club in the World, like a book club. Until then, take care of yourself. I'm going to take a shower and I'm going to think about my purpose. And bye-bye. Bye. So guys, today is Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. It's Tuesday. And time now is 23:26. And it's 14 on December 2021. Yeah. Today was a fest in the Jewish tradition. Asar B'Tevet, the 10th of Tevet. And yeah, it's fast. And now I'm doing the podcast, because every day you're going to film podcast. And after the board record of yesterday of 5 episodes, I record 5 episodes in one day. Today to record only one, it's okay. Yeah, I can make more, but I need to go to sleep. יאללה חברים, אז היום יום שלישי, 14/12/2021, השעה עכשיו היא 23, השעה עכשיו היא 11:27 בערב, זה יום 20 בטבת, צמנו, אכלנו, זה מפסקת אחרי זה, הייתי חזר מנחה, הכל טוב, נהניתי, זה גם הגבאי, הכל מצוין, לאט לאט, אחרי נפש הסתר שתגדל, התחיל אותי כבר קוץ, עכשיו נסדר את אחרי זה, נתרגל למחר, באמת מאיתנו שמחזרים את קודם כל, יאללה, לך תישון, אז קדימה. ואחר דבר, להתראות, מתאים טוב.